any type of belief that's going to hold you back from doing something. And specifically, any beliefs that are going to hold you back from becoming an author are going to come down to four main areas. Let me zoom in on this, zoom in on myself real quick. But we're going to come down to four main areas. Then we're going to have subsets of each one. But it basically comes down to knowledge, knowing how to do something. I don't know how to write a book. Skill. Okay, I'm not a writer. I don't have the skills necessary to write a book. Resources. I don't know how to get a publisher. I don't know how to self-publish. I don't have a whole bunch of money to self-publish, whatever the resources. And then finally is support. What if I get stuck? What if I make a mistake? I don't have anybody to help me. If you think about it, this really applies to anything in life. Okay, anything you're not currently doing, knowledge, skill, resources, support. But specifically with authors, the things that they are concerned with come down to some specific things that we could talk about real quick that people are particularly worried about. Okay, so the first thing is just fear of not having the knowledge or expertise on a particular genre or topic. And that's one of the reasons why one of the types of books that we've taught and we'll teach again, not in this next iteration, but we teach like mistakes books or questions books, or the next one's going to be, I'll let the cat out of the bag, it's going to be a roadmap book. It's how to get from A to Z and teaching people how to get a step-by-step result. That's what this next book's going to be about, which is super valuable to be able to have a book that shows people step-by-step how to get a result. But here's the thing you need to understand. You just have to know more than the person that's reading your book. Nobody's worried about you being, Ernest Hemingway or Nora Roberts or being a Nobel Prize winner. You just have to know more than the person that's reading the book. The other thing you're worried about is they don't have the right writing skills or the creativity. AI takes care of that. You actually don't need to be a writer. You just need to be able to read a book and know if it's any good or not. That's the beauty of this. The AI will write the book for you, and then all you have to do is just read through and say, okay, well, I need to fix that. And you basically are just going to curate the content. Another thing that holds people back is I don't have enough time. Well, I can tell you that there is no faster way of doing a book like this than with WriteYourBook.AI and using the AI tools. So if you can allot an hour to an hour and a half a day on average over a couple of weeks, you can have a book done and published on Amazon. Some days it'll be a little less, some days it'll be a little bit more. You're going to have to give up a Saturday, but I want you to think about this. Would you give up an hour to an hour and a half of TV a day, give up 6-7 hours on a Saturday for eternal glory?
Eternal glory.
Okay, if the answer is not yes, then this is probably not for you at all. Another thing that holds people back is not feeling supported, or maybe even feeling discouraged by friends or family or peers saying, you ain't gonna write a book. I've heard this before. One of the things that we really foster within the program is a feeling of community. We build in each class, we build an amazing community really, really fast, with myself and the coaches at the center of it, and then people just helping people to get this done. And people are forming partnerships and friendships and other stuff out of this. It's really amazing. Another thing people worry about is, can I stand out? Is my book going to be good enough to stand out? And maybe this one, these two of these go together. Can it stand out? And are people going to criticize the book? Well, let me tell you, on the internet, people criticize all kinds of stuff. So what? You're like a duck. Water rolls off your back. Absolutely, you're going to be able to create a book that will stand out in a competitive industry. Why? Because it's your book, because it's got your soul in it. And You're going to learn exactly how to make it stand out. And then if you're worried about people criticizing you, we're going to show you exactly how to edit it, how to make sure it's got good content in it. Okay. Last couple things people worry about, how would they be able to balance, personal and professional stuff and working and writing. If you were going to write a book the traditional way, yeah, you might have to worry about that because you're talking hours and hours and hours and hours a day. But with this method, again, you're talking 60, 90 minutes, one Saturday. Go to your family and say, hey, look, this is what I'm working on. This is kind of going to be my schedule, but this is how it's going to impact us. And when you explain it that way, they will become your biggest cheerleaders. And finally, the last thing that holds people back from actually writing and publishing a book is just feeling overwhelmed at the thought of publishing and marketing and all that stuff. This is baked right into the program as far as publishing. Part of this, we are going to show you exactly how to publish it. We will walk you through the process of publishing your book and having it up for sale on Amazon. So it's just baked right in. So if you can read, if you can fill out simple forms online, if you can use a mouse and read emails, you can do this process. If you are willing to give up an hour to an hour and a half of TV a day for a couple of weeks, but with TiVo and Netflix, it'll still be there. But at the end of 2 weeks, it'll all still be there and you'll be an author.
Eternal glory.
How cool is that? So if any of those things are holding you back, any of those beliefs, any of those thoughts, hopefully this shows you how you can overcome them with this process. By the way, we've got special pricing going on right now with Write Your Book. WriteYourBook.AI. Never see better pricing on this in your life. If this is something you want to do, if you've always wanted to be an author, this is what you need to do. We'd love to have you join us. Do it today.